सुनो मत बोलो. Whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. While concluding the second chapter yesterday, we were left with only one shlok. The 52nd verse was Vichinna Granthaya Tajnyaha Sadhavaha Sarvasammataha Sarvopayena Samsevya Tehipaya Bhavam Budhau. Therefore, Sarvasammataha Sadhavaha Tajnyaha Vichinna Granthaya. All the saints and sages who are the knowers of the Tajnyaha, knowers of the truth, who are abiding in their self, Vichinna Granthaya, they have no doubt about anything. This verse you must remember. Vidyate Hridaya Granthi Chidyante Sarva Samshayaha Shiyante Chasya Karmani Tasmin Drishti Paravare. If we are abiding in our essential nature, Tasmin Drishti Paravare means if we are abiding in our essential nature, what are the symptoms? 3 symptoms. First is Vidyate Hridaya Granthi. The knot of the heart is avidya kama karma. Wrong notions leading to desires, terminating in karma. So till such time we are engaged in karma, till such time our life is only a story of fulfillment of our desires. Until such time we consider ourselves to be somebody, we are far away from the truth. So these 3 things should be removed. Number 1, Chidyante Sarva Samshaya. Then there are no doubts left. Doubts about ourselves, who we are. Doubt about what the world is. Doubt about what is spiritual practice. Doubt about who is the soul, the jiva. The doubt about who is God. The doubt about spiritual evolution. The doubt about God realization. See how many doubts we are carrying. So Tajnyaha, the wise people, they are Vichinna Granthaya, Avidya Kama Karma. Incomplete knowledge leading to desires and thereafter to karma is vichinna, are completely destroyed. Sadhavaha sarva sammataha. And therefore, sarva sammataha. Such masters are revered and recognized by everyone. See, friends, such master should be sarvopayena samsevyaha. We should honor them, we should respect them, we should serve them by all means. See? For what? For getting rid of our wrong notions. Therefore, chatvara ete vimalaha upaya bhava vedane yahi abhyastada uttirna mohavari bhavarnavat. Therefore, these four techniques which were told, they should be bhava vedane, for getting through, destroying the relative world, and yahi abhyastha. This is the only way. Wrong notions should be removed without creating new notions. Notions are habitual lifestyle. Right from childhood, we are living as the body, and slowly we become so much habitual that we have taken the body identification as real. When we take body identification as real, we take this world as real. When we take this world as real, then here possessions and relations, that become the only theme of our life. Friends. Therefore, if we are really walking spiritual path, worldly possessions and relations should be naturally reduced in our life. Otherwise, there is no end to it. Uttirnaha mohavari bhavarnavat. They only can go beyond the waters of delusion. Up to here, we have completed the second chapter. Now we enter the third chapter. His question was, where from this world has come? How this world has become so terrible? Now here, the teacher takes up the theme, what is the meaning of bondage and what is the meaning of liberation? Bandasya tavad rupaptvam kathamanamidam shrunu tataswarupam mokshasya jnasasi tvam asamshayam. Now, shrunu, listen. What? Bandasya rupam. What is the meaning of bondage? Are our vision or the eyes attached and bound to the colors and forms? Are we attached and bound to our own body? Childhood body we have discarded. Teenage we are discarded. We are not attached. We are not attached to the body when we go to sleep. What is going to sleep? We are no more attached to the body. See? So what is bondage? Before we go further, our own reflection is important. Bondage is that which we have mistaken. So how to get out of this mistaken bondage? Only by one way. Bondage is an illusion. We are not bound by anything. Let us not have those wrong notions. I am bound. You are not bound. One day one lady came to meet me in Mumbai, in my flat. And she started, Swamiji, I said, why did you come? You never told me you are coming, disturbing me. Swamiji, and started crying. I am so miserable. So I immediately invoked Narasimha Rao Garu and became very angry. I can become angry in no time. And cool also in no time. It's a question of playing a drama, nothing else. I said, stop that stupid. Miserable, miserable. But Swamiji, I said, you shut up. Now repeat what I say. She was shivering. I said, say, I am happy. But Swami, did I say, but Swami? Simply say what I say. I am happy. Oh, yeah, I am happy. Say properly. I am happy. I am happy. As she started repeating after 5-10 times, I am happy. I said, now normal. Now tell me sincerely, are you really miserable? No, Swamiji, that way. I said, do you know why you are pretending you are miserable? You are a strong ego. Ego only seeks attention. So how do we know this virus has become active in us? The moment we become hurt, the moment we seek attention, our ego is strong. Now look at your own house. Those people who do not like gods, they keep dogs. So that useless dog, he is trained whenever this fellow comes from outside, and then thereafter that Tommy is taught. When I come, you climb on me and give me a whitewash so that he also get the organic salt. Dirty fellows. See? And afterwards, the dog has done his job, he goes and starts chewing the bone. Suppose sometime you have gone out, got kicked, disturbed, insulted, failure, and you come home like a Devdas. Now the dog doesn't know what happened to you whole day. So as by default he comes and starts climbing on you. He is doing his job. You get up, ask. Throw him away. See? What the dog will do? He will go below the sofa and sit there doing the Vasrika. And after some time, this bottle is emptied and the barrel is filled. Then everything slowly starts cooling down. And then Tommy, and then the Tommy comes out and again does his job. Try to behave like this with your wife. Whenever we are seeking attention, we are strong ego. Whenever we get hurt, we are strong ego. Therefore, bandhasya rupam tvam katham kathyamanam idam sunun. I shall tell you what is the meaning of bondage. So before we go to that, recognize this. We are bound means we feel neglected, we feel being indifferent, we don't get importance, we don't get value. Understand? Our ego is building on us. Now according to Yoga Vasistha, bandhasya tavad rupaptvam katyamanam idam shrunum tataha swarupam mokshasya jnasya tvam asamshayam. When you will understand clearly what is the meaning of bondage, then you will understand what is the meaning of liberation. Because they are contrary to each other. Either you are bound or you are liberated. So, tataha swarupam mokshasya jnasya asamshayam. Therefore, we have to recognize first of all, is bondage there? You can remove the bondage if the bondage is there. So inquire, are you bound? Are the colors and forms batting the eyes? See? Is the mind bound by particular thought? All thoughts come and go. Are we bound by the waking dream, deep sleep and samadhi? All the experiences come and go. Where is the bondage? You put the water in a flat container, it is comfortable. You put it in a test tube, it is comfortable. Put it in a capillary tube, it is comfortable. Where is the water in bondage? So what is the rule? Rule is knowledge is never bound. So vision is not bound by the colors and forms. Mind is not bound by the sense organs. I is not bound by the mind. Chetana is not bound by the I. Chaitanya is not bound by anything. So bandhasya tavad rupaptvam kathayami idam shruno tataswarupam mokshasya jnasasi tvam asamshayam. Now the teacher tells what is bondage. Drashtuhu drishyasya sattahi bandha ityabhidhiyate. The drashtuhu, the seer, drishya, the seen. Satta, recognition of the seer and the seen as separate is called as bondage. Now take this example to make this point. Can the colors and forms have any existence without the vision? No. See, if there are no colors and forms, is there any loss to the vision? No. If there are additional colors and forms, is it a burden to the vision? No. But can the colors and forms have existence without the vision? No. See? Then what is happening? Vision itself is expressing as colors and forms. Understand this way. The sunlight or the daylight we call it. When the sun rays go through a prism, the Vibgyor pattern of colors come out. So those 7 colors which come out, are they coming out from the prism glass or they are coming from the sun rays? So all the 7 colors are inherent in the sun rays. But when the proper instrument called the prism is not there, although they are there, they are not seen. The moment prism comes in between, the 7 colors become separated and they can be seen. Therefore, one ray, sun ray, becomes 7 colors. See? And then we call it as 2. Sunlight is one, white, but other lights are many. Are they separate? They are one. They are not 2. Because of the intercepting prism, it appears as if they are 2. If this is clear, exactly the same way. Vision is one. But when the vision goes through different conditionings, see, red color is seen. Why? Other colors are not there. Therefore, red color is seen. Then green color is seen. Why? Because other colors are not there. And therefore, it appears seer is different from the seen. But the truth is, the seer himself has become the seen. And therefore, the seen is dependent on the seer, but the seer is independent of the seen. Now go further. Mind is one. The same mind expresses through the structural eye. It is called as the vision. The same mind expresses through the ears. It is called as the hearing ability. The same mind goes through the nose. It is called the poking ability. We poke nose. Therefore, are there 5 minds behind the 5 sense organs? One gadget is bulb. Second gadget is fan. Third gadget is mic. Are there 3 different electricities because there are 3 different expressions? So what should be the conclusion? The division between seer and the seen, when it is taken as real, samsara begins, bondage happens. Drashtuhu drishyasya satta hi bandha ityavidhiyate. Now, if we want to get out of this bondage, what will be the spiritual practice? Let us not be influenced by the objects and thereby do not become miserable. You are liberated. Bondage is misery. Liberation is freedom. See? Suppose I like only red color and I don't like yellow color. But why you don't like yellow color? Yellow, dirty fellow, I don't like. See? Why you like red color? Are you a bull or what? Is there any logic? There is no logic behind our likes and dislikes. And our whole life is guided by or influenced by the likes and dislikes. So what is a bondage? Bondage is when we are under the influence of our personal likes and dislikes, we are in bondage. And that likes and dislikes have no reason, no logic. And we consider ourselves to be intelligent people. So where is the bondage? Therefore, I told you right at the beginning, bondage is an illusion. And the illusion happens because of this. Drashtuhu drishyasya satta hi bandha ityavidhiyate. So if we want to have freedom from the bondage, there are 2 ways. One way is bondage is an illusion, it is not there. This point Bhagavan Krishna brings in Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter. When he says, first of all, he describes the world, Urdhva Moolam and Shakam, exhaustively. Then you start making a picture in your mind. Oh, the world is like a banyan tree upside down, the roots are in the heaven and branches are below, and like that, blah, 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 go on. 2 verses. Rather 2.5 verses. And then in the 3rd verse, the teacher says, don't try to search a world like this thing. Narupamasseha tathopalabhyate. Such a world doesn't exist anywhere. That which is not existing, when we take that as real, who can help you? Then what is to be done? Asanga shastrena dridena chitva. Don't get too much involved and attached to anything in this world. Then you will come to discover, without sugar I cannot take tea. And then you stop. And after some time you discover, Arey, without sugar also I can take tea. You are liberated. Were you bound? No. It was a notion that without this I cannot survive. Bondage is only this. We are too much obsessed by our personal likes and dislikes. Therefore, drashtuhu drishyasya sattahi bandha ityabhidhiyate. So, this mind which is creating havoc of likes and dislikes should not influence us. Then, what should be our guiding force? Right and wrong. Is it right? Is it wrong? That should be the deciding factor. Getting up early in the morning and starting our day is right. Getting up early in the morning and starting our day, I don't like. Now, who is guiding? What I like or what is right? Therefore, friends, bondage is not, nothing is binding us. Somebody pickpockets. These days, people don't keep money in their purse. Everything is in their phone, ATM, etc. So, your pocket was or money was taken and it was only 10 rupees. So, you will get hurt. These people, thank God it was only 10 rupees. But even then we are hurt because somebody has taken it away through ignorance, our ignorance. Then you come to me, satsanga. Be just example, okay? Don't get frightened. And then you give me $1 million as dakshina. Will you get hurt? When 10 rupees have gone, you got hurt. But when you give yourself, you don't get hurt. So, we are bound for 10 rupees and we are free for $1,000. This is bondage. This is liberation. See, friends, these are the things, very subtle. Therefore, drashtuhu drishyasya sattahi bandha ityabhidhiyate. In this world, nothing is other than us. Everything is me. There are two ways of looking at the world. One way is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. World is an illusion. Reality, Brahman is the truth. Thereafter, we cannot desire, we cannot improve, we cannot destroy, we cannot change the illusions. Then what to do with this? Recognize the illusions as illusions and transcend the illusions. And therefore, we do not have desire for the illusions. We never desire to have a glass of mirage waters. We do not want to change the mirage waters. We do not want to stop mirage water from happening because it is illusion. One way of getting freedom from the bondage. We take this world and everything of this world as real and therefore we suffer. Now the second option. Colors and forms are nothing but a vision. If there is no vision, no colors and forms. If the vision is operating colors and forms. So colors and forms are nothing but the vision in different form. In the same manner, this world is existing. We are existing. Existence is in two forms. In one form, the existence is experiencer, and in other form, the existence is experienced. Therefore, the experiencer and experienced, they are not two, and therefore it is all one. And as the eyes cannot see themselves, cannot desire themselves, and cannot hate themselves, in the same manner, if the world is nothing but me alone, there can neither be desire, nor hatred, nor any problem. In both cases, meaning is the same. This is the meaning. What is the bondage? Drashtaha drishyavashat baddhaha. But when the seer is under the influence of the drishya, what is the influence of the objective world? Only one influence, desire. Perception of the world is not a problem. When perception is followed by projection, projection is followed by action, action is followed by miseries. Every boy sees so many girls in his life, hundreds of them, no problem. But then one dumb girl, he looks at her and nothing happens. Then he starts thinking about her. When I was there, that very moment she came and I looked at her, she looked at me. Then she smiled, I smiled. Is it God's vision? God has got better things to do. But now, perception, seeing the girl, projection. At this moment, she came and there was something, I think it was a message to me. Projection. Then the projection keeps on amplifying. He is good. I am single. She came here. She smiled. She looks intelligent. Maybe God is suggesting me something. See? And then Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purna Satyanas. See, friends, therefore, Drashta Drishyavashat, like the eyes cannot see them, cannot desire them in the same manner. If we come to discover this whole world is my expanse. Now take a simple example. I have got my watch. I cannot have the desire for my watch. It's already there. I can have desire for your watch. That is not mine. So whenever we accept one of the two ways, when we accept the whole world as an illusion, you are free from desire, you are not bound. When you accept this world as nothing but you alone, you cannot have desire. Therefore, drashta drishyavashat baddhaha. But when we take the world as other than me and also real, then the desire happens and then we come in bondage. And drishya bhave vimuchyate. And when the objectivity is deleted, there cannot be any desire. Therefore, my friends, we all talk about liberation, God realization, etc. I'll tell you in one word. Liberation is freedom from desires. Life becomes very simple. We are like, whipped by somebody from behind. Run, run, run. Constantly running here and there. And for what? Now, to protect us from this, we have to simply recognize basic principles. All desires are imaginations by the mind. Second thing, that mind which is propelling us into activity and running around under the force of the desires, the same mind cannot remain attracted towards the same object, the same place, the same situation for all the time. It doesn't remain attractive. In UK, down south. That state is called as Penzance. And it is the tapering end of UK. You must have seen the map. And one point is the land's end from the other sea begins. So I was going with my friend and she was driving me. And one spot came. I told her, hey mama, stop. She stopped. We got down of the car. There was one isolated, beautiful house. And little bit down, sea, nice restaurant and beautiful place. Then the boating arrangement. So we went, had tea, coffee. I said, I wish I can come and stay in this house. How nice it is. She told me, Swamiji, exactly the same thing happened. What? I was in Australia and for a change I came to move around. So I came here and to this spot I came. And I also had the same thought and same desire. I wish I can stay in this house. Then I went and talked to that man and I left that husband in Australia, got married with him so that I can stay. I said, is there any girl? I can get married and stay here. Then what happened? No, after staying here for maybe about a year or so, then I lost interest in this place. Then I moved to Italy. See, who is making us dance? Our mind. Mind only projects. Something is beautiful, important, essential. Afterwards, the same mind tells us, you are dumb, this is not good, that is good. Then you start running that. Friends, when the mind comes to a standstill, mind dissolves in consciousness. Nobody wants one's death. So also, the mind doesn't want to die. Therefore, the mind is constantly projecting. And that projections by the mind is called desires. See? Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya hridishritaha athamartyaha amrito bhavati atra brahma samashnute. When we live at zero desire level, you are liberated. फिर क्या करेंगे? This disease of doing will disappear. Then what will be life? Life is a time pass. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. See, friends. Therefore, what is the nature of the bondage and what is the nature of the freedom? Drashta drishyavashat baddhaha. When we are obsessed and give too much importance to the objective world, we are in bondage. Drishya bhave vimuchyate. We give zero value to objectivity, you are liberated. Meaning, accept the world as it is. There was one lady, she came in Mumbai. And Swamiji, the world is very bad. I said, look here, I am not created, don't disturb me early morning. You know what happened? I said, I do not know and I don't want to know. No, actually, my neighbor, she came in the morning and gave me sweets because her son came in merit class. Now, what can you talk to such early morning visitors? I kept quiet. Do you know why she gave these sweets? I said, you are taking my exam or what? You know, her son came in merit, that is not a criteria. What ladies can think, Brahmaji cannot think. See, this I had discovered in Delhi. One NRI doctor, she came from USA to Delhi. I was in Delhi that time. She said, Swamiji, you have to take me to some nice sari shop. I said, I am sorry, I don't go to sari shop. No, you take me and then I will check and all that. So I had to go. I said, you do whatever you like. I took a chair, nice coke, and I was enjoying. After about 1 hour of fighting and confusing the person, even a Sindhi was confused, can you imagine? Sindhis can confuse even God. But this lady, she confused that salesperson. And then she says, Swami, he doesn't understand. You will understand. I said, is it my topic? He is selling saris, he understands. No, you tell him. So I had to go. And you know what she told? Tell him, this texture, this design, this color, this boundary or whatever you call, and this cost, this type of sari I want. So I told that person who was selling, I said, Namaste Astu Bhagavan. If I am in your place, I will become mad. He says, Swamiji, do you think I am normal? So what ladies can think, God cannot think. So this lady says, Swamiji, do you know why she gave me sweet in the morning? Not because her son came in the merit list, but because my son failed 4 times. Therefore, to cut my nose, she came. Arre? How can you say? What can you talk? You could laugh. I was crying. Friends. Then, Swamiji, but why this is happening? Other people's children come in merit class and my son failed 4 times. Why? I said, Mama, to a chili plant, can the tomatoes grow? Swamiji, what you talk, I don't understand. Thank God. Or else you will make a chutney of me. Hey friends, this is bondage. When you imagine the whole world should move according to our choice, it will not happen, you will suffer. Therefore, how to live? Jo thari rai, so mari rai. Relax. There is no end to our projections by the mind. The mind alone goes on projecting. If I get this, this will happen. Nothing happens. See? I remember, I am telling you from my experience. When I started earlier, there used to be that VHS. Somebody used to record the talks. Then that we removed. Then I had the high 8 cassette camera. I used to fix it and do it myself. Then that was dropped. Then it came to the hard disk camera. That continued for a few years, that dropped. Then came the action camera, Sony's. That was gone. Anything new comes, I want. There is no end to our desires, my friend. And when we desire something, we always justify. Don't justify desires. For that, thus far, no further is a Mahamantra. Drashta drishya vashat baddha drishya abhavi vimuchyate. When we stop projecting about the world, we are liberated. Nothing can disturb us. We only create imaginary things. Jagatvam aham ityadivihi mityatma drisyamuchyate yavadeta sambhavati tavan moksho na vidyate. Jagat, the world, Tvam, you, Aham, I, Ityadibihi, Mithyatma, Drishamuchyate. All these things put together is called the illusion, Mithyatma. Mithyatma means there are three things. Something is not. Third, something is not, yet it appears. If something is, you cannot do anything about it. It is. If something is not, you did not do anything because it is not there. But something is not and yet it appears, then the samsara begins. See? Therefore, these things put together is the drishya, jagat is recognized objectively, aham is recognized, I am very miserable, so you know you are separate from the misery or what? Then tvam, you are separate, ityadivihi, by this, that means acceptance of Jiva Jagat Ishvara is an illusion. But that we take as real. Drishya uchyate, yavad eta sambhavati. Till such time, this division of I, you, he, she, this is valid, we are unable to get freedom. Now see, a little bit of grammar we'll study. See, in English, I is first person singular. Thou is second person singular. He, she or it is third person singular. What is the plural of the he or she or it? They. So they continues to be third person. Thou, second person singular. Plural, you, second person singular. Continues to be second person. Now I, what is the plural of I? We. We includes second person and third person. Because I is all inclusive. If he, she is not there, doesn't matter. You are there. But if I is not there, neither you nor he can exist. So everything is existing in this I. Therefore, if we are seeing this world as other than I, then it is drishya. But if the I is all inclusive, then the drishya disappears. And when there is no sense of otherness, there cannot be any desire. Jagatvam aham ityadivihi mithyatma drishyamuchyate. This is what is called as the objective. Objective is not only stones and bricks, but I am miserable. Now this I who is miserable is objective. He doesn't exist and yet appears to be so true. This point should be clear in our mind. Whenever anybody is disturbed, that disturbed personality is mithyatma. Although doesn't exist, yet it appears. Now understand this further. Like the longitudes and latitudes on the globe. Are they there? They are nowhere. How simple it is. I always used to have this problem. How they must have drawn these lines on the globe? They must be going with a big tanker, with a helicopter, and then with a nice spray gun, and draw the line. But then again, as a child's mind, again. But when it's going, the earth is moving, so it will become teda. But how? But they are straight. Keep on thinking. So what we have to ultimately understand, these are imaginary, non-existing lines. They are useful. Because something is useful, it is not real. Like husband is useful. It's not real. Because when divorce happens, where the husband goes, the man is still there. He's your husband? No, he was my husband. Now where the husband has gone, you ask him. He will say, she has taken away. See, friends. So who is miserable? These non-existing entities. Friends, if you can recognize this, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100% and Karnataka. Live your life perfectly well. As an ideal husband, as an ideal wife, as an ideal child, as an ideal officer, subordinate, whatever you are to be perfect 100%. But Karnataka, don't get entangled in that. You have learned all your spiritual life. But then we become so serious. Don't disturb meditation. But mommy, I am feeling hungry. Shalom. Don't you see mommy is doing meditation? बड़े मुश्किल से तो बैठी हूँ. अरे कार्टून्स. So यावदेत संभवति तावन मोक्षो न विद्यते. Till such time we start taking these illusions as a reality, you cannot be liberated. See? यदिदं दृश्यते सर्वं जगत् स्थावर जंगमं तत् सुषुप्तौ इव स्वप्नः कल्पान्ते प्रविनश्यति. So from here a very deep thought begins. We are going in that lift. I was telling this girl, when you go in the lift, both sides there are mirrors. Now look into the mirror. You will be seeing hundreds of them in a row, all reflections. This side also hundreds of them, so many of them. Has that one become many? What are those? They are expression of the person through the conditioning of the mirror. So reflections are conditioned expressions of the reality, the person. If this is clear, exactly the same way, man reflected through the condition of his father, that reflection is called as son. The same man reflected through the conditioning of his wife, he is called as husband, etc. Has he become many? And who is miserable? Now tell me, what sadhana will you do? You can do nothing. But our struggle is, I want to please my wife. This is called Ashakyanushthan. Then, don't take life too seriously. This Karnataka, all the problems of life are dissolved by one word. Either say Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. Leela means everything appears happening, but nothing is happening. See? In Krishna Leela, Ras Leela in Vrindavan, once many years before, I was attending, they had specially organized for our group. So, the Radha and Krishna. Now that Radha was a boy, not a girl. Very handsome, very beautiful, very nice. and he was giggling, ha ha, hoo hoo type. But the moment he put on the dress, he immediately became very serious. So I asked those people who are conducting the show, I said, everything is, but why Radha is so serious? Swamiji, this we have no answer, because I have been doing this for years together. Whenever a boy is selected for the Radha job, he is okay. The moment that Radha costume is put on him, he becomes serious. We don't know why. It happens. So, that time also, that Radha knows I am a boy. Then Krishna Leela going on. And that boy who became Krishna, he also knows he is not Krishna. But that Leela goes on beautifully, enchanting. Meaning what? Everything appears to be happening, but nothing has ever happened. Exactly the same way. Our life is a Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. Ours is a Satsanga Leela. As if you are listening. And if I take this seriously, that I am talking gala फाड़ के बोल रहा हूँ, सुनते नहीं, I will become miserable. Therefore, if I am talking about Leela, I must be aware of that. You are not talking for them, you are talking for yourself. If my words do not influence me, will they influence others? Therefore, if anybody is miserable, in spite of conducting satsanga, he is going the wrong way. Friends, therefore, यदिदम दृश्यते सर्वम जगत स्थावर जंगमम तत् सुषुप्तो इव स्वप्नः. Now we go to the next step. In the deep sleep, where the whole waking world goes, it goes nowhere. Because it was nowhere. When we remove the mirror, where the reflection has gone? Has it gone with the mirror somewhere? No. But it is not seen. It must have gone. It can go if it exists. It doesn't go anywhere. See, friends? But it again comes out when we are awake, the whole picture comes out. Like if we sleep as an engineer, we don't wake up as a doctor. We wake up only as an engineer. Goes back, comes out. Now this is one. Now second step. This is very deep thought. Be very attentive. When we are in half sleep, the dreams come. And in that dream, everything is happening. Good, bad, enemy, killing, accidents, everything is happening. And when our sleep is over, dream is gone, afterwards, do we continue our inquiry? I had such a big lottery in casino, $1 million. I wish I could smuggle them in the waking. No. Because it's over. We don't even think about it. Be attentive. Exactly the same way, Brahmaji, when he is sleeping halfway, then the world is projected. And in that projected world, you and me are the characters. When our sleep is over, dream over, we don't even think about what happened to those characters in the dream. In the same manner, when Brahmaji wakes up from his sleep, Mahapralaya happens. And thereafter, what happened to Swami Anubhavananda, realizer? God. See, my friends. So, we are in the dream of Brahmaji. This is our waking dream. And in our waking dream, we go to sleep. then in our dream, there is another world. See, it is like two mirrors in front of each other, reflection of this into this into this into this. There is no end to it. Because they are many, that doesn't mean they are real. In the same manner, we are in the dream of Brahmaji, and we start thinking, Brahmaji wakes up. कहाँ गए हम? See, my friends, nothing will disturb you thereafter. Like when we are out of the dream, do we mourn, oh God, I had such a nice dream, I was there in on the top of the mountain and such a beautiful, over, yeah, it was just a dream, forget about it. Therefore, the biggest gift God has given us is ability to forget. Don't remember anything. Remembering God is forgetting the world. It is the biggest gift God has given. Take money from somebody and forget. See the joy. All the time, yeah, I had taken so much of loan, I had to pay. Don't know. Did I take? I don't remember. Don't make life serious. Spiritual life is not suffering silently. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.